desktop sounds. No. Hey everybody. Sorry for the delay there. I tried to close some side windows and I'm really glad I had the sorry, I'll turn the mic up. I'm really glad I had the desktop audio turned down cuz it just blasted my ears like crazy. Anyway, I just wanted to make some coffee. So here we go. I've I have a Gaggia Classic Pro here. Um, I think I got it secondhand or refurbished, something like that. Uh, Barazza Encore grinder, about $100, I think. Rachel, my wife, got it for me as a gift one birthday, I believe. Um, Several years ago, so that's why I can't remember. Um, Other than that, it's random stuff that I've pieced together from other finds. Like this is not the portafilter that comes with this. It's a bottomless one. So I'm gonna get a great camera shot of that. If I can never find where that one locks in. But get ready for some noise. I'll turn the mic down a bit. I'm just measuring out the weight of the coffee. It's more accurate than like filling a canister to a certain amount, a certain like level. Because the coffee can be really fluffy and have a lot of air in it. I need just a little bit more. There we go. That makes it look like there's more than there is. Oh, that's still not quite enough. There we go. I've got 15.2 grams. So I just use this huge basket as a transport device while this one is getting nice and warm inside the machine. So now I usually do this part off the edge of the counter, but I can do it on the machine so you can see. They make fancy portafilters that, oh, I didn't turn the mic back up. Sorry about that. They make fancy portafilters that'll actually sit flat on a countertop. But yeah, you can see that's about an 8 on my grinder there, in case you're curious. So really, really, really fine grinds. You probably cannot find, you're not going to find bags of ground coffee on the shelf that are this fine. That's why those don't usually work in espresso machines, and they have those like, they usually don't have this. They have the this thing where it's a huge thing, and they have a pressure thing. Oh, that's a little dirty. Have a little pressure valve in the bottom that forces the water to stay in there with the coffee. But this, there's nothing keeping that from happening, the water from going straight through, except the coffee. So you better do a good job of restricting the flow. So I've used my little bunch of needles tool here. I think I found like just the cheapest one on the internet a few years ago. So I got all that coffee in there. Now I need to, and this is, I'll probably have to do this off the edge, but I use this double-sided boy to flatten the coffee there, and then use the other side to tamp it down. This is where the kind of the volume really matters, because that's how much resistance is going to be there before the water can go through. So to help with that, I use this little screen boy, and that just creates a barrier so the water has to spread out evenly before it goes through the coffee. Why is there a big hole in the middle? Glad you asked. That's where the screw that holds this whole thing together is right up in the middle there. So that leaves space for the screw. No water goes out the middle, so it doesn't really matter. In there. And this part's gonna be weird. You do some tricky things to make this machine, since it's not all fancy and new. You do little tricky things to make it do exactly what you want. So what I'm looking for here is this light to go. Oh, a light that you can't see right now. Boop. For that light to go off, and that's gonna mean it's not hot enough. I should have, well, I can take this off. There we go. Come on. Because that light means it's above a certain temperature. There we go. And it doesn't really care what temperature it is as long as it's above that temperature. But when the light's off, now it's like, oh my gosh, we got to get back to that temperature, and it's heating up. Now I know it's exactly that temperature. And actually, I'm going to turn this knob on for a few seconds to get it hotter than that. Then, here we go. A little trickery with the steam wand. And there we are. Espresso. Boom. I was doing this before espresso was cool. Just to clarify. All right, so here we've got in our cup, in one of my grandmother's coffee cups. She used to, after we would watch the evening TV shows, Dr. Becker on her old tube TV, built-in with a built-in like a wood frame, like not a metal frame like TVs have had for like, or like a plastic frame like the ones. This thing had a wood frame, like it was a cabinet with a TV screen in it. That's how old it was. And after those TV shows went off like 8 p.m., she'd be like, "You want to play some cards?" And we'd sit down in the dining room and play Skippo or Uno or what's the other one with the tiles with dots on them? Anyway, that too. And these were her coffee cups, and she would make a cup of coffee and sit, and she would like, "You want some?" And like, of course I'm gonna do whatever Mamaw does. So I'm like, "Yeah." And she would have a cup of coffee like 8 p.m. straight to bed, lights out, and be up at like 4 a.m. making some stuff. And yeah, I was not capable of that. So anyway, thanks for joining me for some coffee time. Maybe I'll do this again, but it kind of takes a lot of work to set up. So let me know. Let me know if I should keep doing it. See you next time.